Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I got you guys a top 5 of what's going to be going on in the meta of the 2015 January format. So this format started off with a lot of new stuff, and all this new stuff is really broken, and some of it came out a while ago, like Shaddoll, Burning Abyss, and Tellarknights, but it's still really viable and really relevant, so it obviously made the top 5, but just stuff like that I'm going to show you guys that, in my opinion, what are like the top 5 meta decks of this format. So let's go ahead and get started. So for number 1, we have Burning Abyss, of course. Burning Abyss is wrecking this format. Of course, with Dante, the Traveler of the Burning Abyss is the number 1 card. He's what wins the games, and it's just awesome. So this deck is really cool because it runs around like level 3 Fiends. And so Tour Guide going to 3 was a huge impact on Burning Abyss, because that's right as the format came around. And so once it got released and Tour Guide went to 3, like Burning Abyss just went off, and from the start they wrecked. They've been doing really well. So yeah, that was very cool to see. So yeah, Burning Abyss in my opinion is number 1 deck. Next, number 2 is Clefort. People in the beginning said, "Oh, this is gonna be a tiered, like the tier 0 deck." Yeah, I think that's complete bullshit. I don't think they're exactly that good. I do think they're good enough to definitely top some regionals and bigger events like ARG and series and stuff like that, but definitely not good enough to be a tier 0 deck, because obviously not, there isn't one. Maybe there will be in the future, but who knows. But for right now, I think it's number 2. Just it's very OTK based, and it's pendulum based, and it's just really interesting to play. There's no like side decking against it is very difficult, and that's what makes it a really good deck also. Next we have Shaddoll, of course, with the new Denko Shaddoll formula for this deck. It's really cool to see, and it's definitely different. Also made it hard side deck against because of Denko, and so Shaddolls from the beginning have been a very like control based deck. Like they gain control of the field and they stop you from doing a lot of things. It makes it very annoying. So this deck is really cool. I've played it. I've liked it. I've done really well beating Tellarknights, beat Burning Abyss. Beat the big 3. It's just it's not as consistent and not as OTK based as the rest of the decks. But when it does get its OTKs off, it definitely shows its potential. So that's what I really like about this deck. Plus, it's just really viable for like the new decks that just spam the field, and so it just stops them. It's awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the next one. Next is Tellarknights, of course. Tellarknights are awesome. It's one of my favorite decks in this format besides Burning Abyss. And definitely not as expensive as Shaddolls and Burning Abyss, but it's still really good. It's more like the budget deck of the big, the meta decks of the format. Um uh No, the cool thing to me about this is all based on warriors. It's all level 4s, and they're all Tellarknight. So and they're all light. So to me, it's very cool to see things like this when Konami brings out new archetypes, and I really enjoy seeing decks like this, especially as good as this one, because of course Deneb is the best card in the main deck, and it's your searcher, it's like your shadows, blah, and it's just so good, and you know the fact that it can spam the field as quickly as it can and get into those rank 4s, like you need to have the 3 level 4 monsters like as quickly as they do. It's insane to see, and they have the ability to pull off some seriously ridiculous plays, and that's what I love. Excuse me, that's what I love about it, and it's just really fun to play. So if you guys haven't played it and you've been playing Shells of Burning Abyss and you're getting bored and you don't play Clefort or Netcloth or whatever or Infernoid, go look at this deck and try it out. It's a lot of fun. Then last but not least, the number 5 in my opinion, is going to be Nekloth. Nekloth wrecked the OCG in when it was released and stuff, but we haven't seen anything what it can do here in the TCG, and things are a little bit different here in the TCG. We tend to stray differently from the OCG sometimes, depending on the deck and archetype and how we play. Of course, some decks aren't as popular as they are here in the OCG and the TCG, and the differences there really is what defines us from each other. So it's very cool to see that decks like this, who in the OCG have just racked and done so well, come to the TCG, and who knows how good they're gonna do. Nekloths could be viable, and they could do really well at regionals, but not as good as Qforts or Burning Abyss or Shaddoll or Tellarknight. So that's what's the excitement of seeing this new archetype coming out. What is gonna bring to the future, and what's gonna bring to the regionals and tournaments, and what's the future is gonna hold for this deck archetype. So it's very cool to see. I battled between Nekloth and Infernoid for number 5. Infernoids are another really big archetype, but I didn't have I wanted to do a top 5, not like a top 6 or top 10 or whatever, because in my opinion, there's only about 5 or 6 decks that really are the top decks, what make up the T1 meta. So it's really cool to see this, and yeah, I'm excited to see how good Nekloth and Inferno do. If Inferno get cheap enough, I definitely am wanting to pick it up. Otherwise, I'm testing it out on YGO and DevPro for a while. And once I get a job and all that crap, I'll be able to pick up some really cool decks. And so yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little thing I put together for you guys. I put some time and effort into it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want more things like this, like and subscribe, because more of this will be coming, more deck profiles and new information on stuff. So when information is leaked or whatever's happening in Yu-Gi-Oh! And TCG and the meta right now, I will be here to let you guys know. So if you want me to do more stuff like this, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, and I will do this more often. I love doing things like this. That's real creative, and it has more contrast from what other people do on the channels. And so if this is what you guys enjoy, I will definitely do it more often. So yeah, go ahead and click that thumb up button, and please subscribe below. Also leave a comment if you guys feel like it. So yeah, I will be talking to you guys soon. So go ahead and check out my channel for new videos and new content, and I will be talking to you guys later.